Welcome back everyone to the fall woods. Royce and I are out for a hike today and we're looking for some mushrooms. I saw a beautiful chicken of the woods mushroom driving on the way in, attached to a very large oak tree, so I'm pretty excited to go grab that on the way home. But let's just see what we can find in today's woods. Well, here's a nice fall find. Here's some partridge berries. This is a low creeping ground cover and it's got these little red berries here. These are edible, but I usually just leave them for the grouse and the like. It's got a few little seeds in there, but this is a beautiful little ground cover. Yeah. Oh, and there's a mushroom right there. Not something I want to be eating, but they are definitely out here. Royce is out on the GPS tracker today. Don't forget, if you go to tractive.com and you want to order the Tractive Dog GPS tracker, you can use the coupon code TheWildYam for $10 off. I see something orange over here. Let's go check it out. I don't really know if this is anything. This is a challenge of the fall woods. Ah, darn, it's a leaf. Always happens to me. I think there's something like Lactarius or whatnot, and there is a leaf. And a beer can. That's unfortunate. Now here's something really cool. You might think that this is some strange bark on a tree, like it's a hackberry tree or something like that. No, actually, this is a tree full of old turkey tail. So turkey tail is a wild medicinal mushroom that I've told you guys about many times. It's a really good tea, very healthy, very woodsy, earthen type flavor to the tea that it makes. And here's a whole whack of it on a dead, fallen tree. Looks really neat. Looks just like the bark of the tree, don't you think? Beautiful. Definitely an old turkey tail you don't want to eat, because that will give you really bad stomach upset, because there's probably lots of bacteria and other kinds of fungi colonizing all over it. But there you go. Not bark of the tree. That's turkey tail mushroom. It's one of my favorites I introduced you to in my last video there at the cabin. Resinous Polypore. So this one's a little bit old. You want to take sort of the fresh edges of these. You can see right here, a little bit slimy, but you know, they have a really interesting texture. I like frying them. Let's take a look underneath. That nice white edge underneath, the nice white pores down there. So it's a little bit older. I'm not going to take this for, you know, edibility. I'm not going to take this one today for obvious reasons. It's a little old. But Resinous Polypore. It also has some wonderful medicinal properties as well. Now here's a mushroom that deserves to be this video just because it is beautiful, not because it's edible at all. This is Philiota. Look at that, grows in this beautiful cluster. Look at that, right in the crack of this dead old tree. I couldn't really tell you what it is right now, what kind of tree this was. The bark's kind of fallen off of it here. And I think it's just beautiful. Look at this, eh? So let's just grab one of these guys to show you. Got the beautiful gills. Sort of touch the stem there. The top is a little bit sticky. Yellowy orange, darker sort of towards the top of the pileus there. So it's got a little bit of a belly button there on the top, as you can see. These are not edible, but just gorgeous mushrooms. So I just want to show you these guys. I'm really excited at the mushroom I just found behind us. Let's go take a look. Take a look. Oh yeah, we've got some coral tooth fungus. Sweet. There we go. Take a look at that. Looks like a little miniature coral reef, doesn't it? That's coral fungus. This is an edible mushroom. This is really small. I'm not going to even bother. Like, look at my finger compared to it. But this log is full of little tiny coral tooth fungus. There's also bear tooth fungus that you can find in the woods as well this time of year. Beautiful. Isn't nature amazing? So my bucket list mushroom for this year and moving forward is the hen of the woods mushroom. And this one is a polypore fungus. It grows in a huge cluster beneath oak trees. So one of these days I'm going to find one. I'm hoping maybe this year I'll find one. I found lots of chicken of the woods. So that means the hens are probably out as well. Usually find them late summer, early fall. So 'tis the time of year for that. It's a wonderful medicinal mushroom, used a lot in Chinese and Japanese cooking, and it has a lot of medicinal properties. It's also known as the Maitake mushroom. What's your bucket list mushroom? Put it down below in the comments. Now if we look down the piney luff here, we can see a really baby puffball. This is the gem-studded puffball. And if we take a look at it, here we go. You can see it's just like a little circular shape. It will actually get a little bit bigger, sometimes the size of a walnut. Now I've cut it in half and you can see it's white all the way through. It does not have a little mushroom inside of it like you would see with an amanita mushroom, which is highly toxic. So This confirms we have a gem-studded puffball, and that's what it looks like on the outside. So this is really little, but they do get bigger and they are edible when cooked. One thing to note is that there is a pigskin puffball that is really toxic, and if you cut it through, it's black inside. So that one's a toxic puffball mushroom. Just be aware of that one. Look at those colors above me, eh? Just gorgeous. I think we're about, I don't know, 30-40% color change right now, but beautiful nonetheless. We're definitely in some beautiful deciduous treed areas right now. I was in a few conifers a little while back. I always take a look at these big trees that you see there, that big old maple in the back. Sometimes at the base, you get a nice surprise. You know, those trees can support a lot of fungus. So I always have a really close look. There we go, that's what I want to see, some oak leaves. It's getting really sunny and warm. I'm up here on a ridge, an oak ridge. Oaks are pretty young up here, so there's not too many mushrooms up here decaying things, or feeding on dead wood for that matter. But I had to just take my jacket off. I was super warm. So we keep on hiking and see what we see. The woods have been a little bit dry lately, so not seeing as many as I would expect, but around this time of year. But we're supposed to get some rain coming up really soon, so I'm hoping that changes things. There's a beautiful plant that right there is a Staghorn Sumac with all the beautiful red colors. So the berries on the Staghorn Sumac can be used as a spice in za'atar, for example, or as bush lemonade. So the berries are ripe enough right now for both of those things, nice and red. Well, what do we have over here? Let's take a look. Come on, Royce. Oh, cool. This is a northern tooth fungus. Take a look at that. This is probably an old hardwood maple. And look at the little teeth on there. This is a non-edible mushroom, but beautiful nonetheless. From a distance, I was wondering what the heck it was, but now I know. Northern tooth fungus. Look at that. In this spot, lots of old trees, as I mentioned before. And, you know, if we didn't have fungus around us, we would be up like so high in the sky with rotten wood. You know, wood that just wouldn't even break down. So thank goodness for the fungus around us for what they do. Ooh, that kind of looks like latex almost comes out of it. You can see right there. So this is wolf's milk. So this is not a fungus. This is a slime mold. Here's another one of these trees with lots of turkey tail on there. Take a look at that. This one's got a little bit more brownish color to it. Oh, gorgeous. Well, here we go. Here's the mother lode of the chicken of the woods. It's not hen of the woods, it is chicken of the woods. This is a polypore mushroom, and it is parasitizing this old tree stump, and it's also helping to break it down. So you can see here, very nice orange mushroom, really sort of spongy. And we're going to just take a big bracket off of here, and maybe we'll cook something a little bit later with it. This does have a bit of a texture of chicken and a taste of chicken. So when you're using it in recipes, you can kind of keep that in mind. Some people will bread them like little chicken wings. These seem to be making a comeback this fall. This is the Dryad Saddle. Has a wonderful watermelon smell to it when it's fresh. This one's older. Dryads are great pickled. They're a nice firm mushroom, but you typically only want to use the edges of young tender mushrooms, kind of when the cap is only about the size of your fist. And there's some over here too, but again, pretty old, but a lot smaller. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's walk in the woods. There's lots of really interesting stuff to see. So if you're in the northeastern woodlands around this time of year, see if you can find some of the same things that I showed in this video. It's one of the best hide and seek games ever in the woods, or seek and find games that you can do. It's awesome. And you don't have to eat anything, just take pictures, just have fun. All right, I hope you guys have a great week as always. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.